Good morning. So I'm going to share a breathing practice that we also did on were you with me on Thursday? Yeah. No, you did it. You did it on Tuesday in meditation. It's a very powerful breathing practice. But I want to start by this quote that I was watching, and I don't know the name of it, the documentary, but it was about shamans and the way they move through the world. And quote was, "Everyone is waiting for eternity." And the shaman says, "How about tonight?" Right? It's so interesting, right? Because it's always been that wonderful offering that when we first start our yoga practice or any kind of spirituality practice, daily practice, that we know the mountain is the mountain, the tree is the tree, the rock is the rock. And then we get more into good morning, our practices, and then all of a sudden nothing is nothing anymore. It's not a rock, it's not a tree. And then at some point you come back and you go, it's a rock, it's a tree. So it's kind of like that with the idea here is you're waiting for eternity. But the shaman says, what about right now? And so the idea is that I can only find eternity if I can find right now. I can only find the open, endless space if I can find what I'm holding as the finite right here. I can't find the other without the one. I have to know them both. I can't know myself to be a being that is eternal if I don't understand myself to be a human being, right? So this is what I want us to start with. Lie on your back, please. Bend your knees. Plant your feet. And this breath is quite powerful. So I'm going to tell you right off the bat that it's a very powerful breath. And some of you have done it with me already this week. So if while we're doing this, and we'll probably stay here for about 3 minutes, but if while you're doing this, you need to go back to nose breathing for a moment, that's okay. The breath is in through the mouth, and it's in through the mouth to the belly, to the chest. So you 2 big breaths in through the mouth, belly, chest, and then out through the mouth. And you're really trying to make sure the breath goes into your belly first. So it's a big, full belly breath, full chest breath, and then out through the mouth. I have to say, when I did this in my practice this past week, I was having a lot of energy flowing through my body. I did it for 15 minutes. So 3 minutes here. You might start to feel tingling in your body. You might feel cramping, right? But the thought here is that you're moving and circulating breath into every cell of your body. And not to say that breath doesn't get into every cell of the body, but it's a direct route here. It's just pumping it in right now. And this is helping to clear your blood. Good. Lorna, when you're ready, lay on your back. The breath is in through the mouth 2 times. You're filling your belly, you're filling your chest. Belly, chest, out through the mouth. And for some of you, your mind is telling you to stop. Right? For some of you, the mind is saying, that's enough of that craziness. But as I always say with any very powerful breathing practice like this, wouldn't you like to know what's on the other side of this? Wouldn't you like to know how you feel after you've done this very powerful cleansing practice? Make sure you're filling your belly, you're filling your chest, you're getting into your lungs, you're cleaning your lungs, you're cleaning your blood. Don't give up. The challenge of our time right now in a human body is we live in a time where time matters. So cause and effect matters. So to get to eternity, you must move through time and space. You can't skip that. So here in this body, breathe one more minute. Keep going. This is intense. I am not lying. It is a very intense breath. You may feel dizzy. You may feel lightheaded. It's okay. You're laying on the floor. There's nowhere for you to fall. It's okay. And again, you may feel tingly. We're almost there, 30 seconds. Next time you exhale, release. And just come back to nose breathing. Relax, 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 relax. And just feel. If we know this body to have many layers, physical body, the mental body, the pranic body, going down, down, down through the onion layers of the body, then we must also understand that this universe is many layers, many dimensions, many worlds, many realities. And we live in one reality and we stay there. When we do these practices, we can allow ourselves to move into that pranic body, into a more subtle realm. That is the gift of where we are in the world. Don't stay stuck. Hug your knees into your chest, come up to sit, keep your eyes closed, please. And in this moment, very precious moment, I want you to remember a time that you were extremely grateful. I want you to see it, see who is with you, where you were by yourself, where you were, what was the air like, were you outside or inside? And I want you to tuck that moment into your heart with this vast open space that you just created. I want you to remember a time when you were hysterical. Something was so funny, you were in tears. Who were you with? Were you inside or outside? What was the air like? I want you to tuck that into your heart. And then finally, I want you to think of a time where that you were loved so much, and you loved so much. Love was flowing intensely. Where were you? Who were you with? Were you by yourself? Was it a love for yourself? Were you inside or outside? Was it day or night? And tuck that into your heart. Or may we live with that place of eternity and at the same time be in this human body. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Just maybe for today, or maybe just for this hour, know there are many worlds, many realities. And you're just in one speck of the beauty. So allowing ourselves to go into that space of openness, eternity, and then back into this body, this human form. Expanding and contracting. Inhale for the sound of Om, deep breath in. Release your hands, open your eyes. Good. Come into child's pose, please. Maybe today playing with that idea of your halo, right? Drawing a halo over the top of your head so that you can connect with eternity. And at the same time, being grounded in this body. Supported. Let your breath get a little deeper. And start to slide your hands up to your hands and knees. And go ahead and begin cat and cow. Dance with eternity. Flow with that which is here and now and that which is beyond our imagination. Human consciousness is at the point of exploding into worlds beyond. There's a pivotal place in all of my teachings and all of my meditations and all of my understandings as to what is happening in the world. We are pivoting into bigger, into wider. Come to a place where the rib cage lifts toward the ceiling, but the heart still melts. So it's an interesting place to hang out. And then stretch your right leg behind you. Put your toes on the floor. Bring your right leg over to the left and look over your left shoulder. Feel that whole right side of your body getting stretched. And come back, lower that right knee down. So both knees are on the floor. Left leg comes back now. Left toe is on the floor. Slide your left leg over to the right. Look over your right shoulder. And again, pressing out, expanding that left rib cage, breathing into it. Excellent. Come on back. Downward facing dog. And then bend your knees, both of them deeply. And then send both knees to the left side and then press your hips high to the sky. Keep your knees bent, both knees. And then come back to center, send your knees to the right side and press your hips high to the sky. And come back, press both legs back to straight and take a walking meditation, feet to hands. Bend your knees deeply, reach your arms forward and up, chair. Place your hands on your thighs and cat-cow here. Next time you round, stay there and just pump your navel in and out. No breath at all. No breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, round. No breath at all. Pump your navel. One more. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, round. Pump your navel. Inhale, look forward. Reach your arms up. Rise up. Take a hold of your left wrist and pull to the right. Reach down through those legs. Press the tops of your thighs back. Unclench your toes. Come back to center. Try the other side. Beautiful. Come back to center. Clasp your hands behind your back. Shrug your shoulders towards your ears. Get nice and long. And then draw your shoulders back, but don't let them drop down. Inhale deeply. Exhale, bow forward. Do not lock those shins back. Keep the shins forward. Drop your left hand to your outer right shin. Left hand, outer right shin. Right arm to the sky. Don't let one knee come forward here. And switch to the other side. Keep your inner knees wide. Inner knees wide. Beautiful. Breath in. Release the hand down and just bow. There's so many dimensions. Very difficult, right? Because we stay in one dimension and think that's all there is. Allow yourself to expand. Experience. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good, come forward to plank pose. Lower slowly down to your belly. I don't know why it just came into my head, take 108 Cobra Poses. I think that's a little much. So I'm going to argue with my mind right now. So come on up to Cobra, inhale, lift up. Exhale, come on down. And do it a couple more times. But I think my reasoning for this is just take it slow. And engage yourself here fully, the mind, the body, the breath. Maybe you start low, Cobra, and you come a little higher and a little higher. Good, one more like that. And press back downward facing dog, beautiful. Good, inhaling that right leg back and up behind you, down dog split. And send your right foot forward, lunge. Walk both hands inside your right foot. And make some hip circles here. Turn your hips into circles. Use your breath. Beautiful. And then keep your knee on top of your ankle, right knee on top of right ankle. Walk your hands forward to the upper left-hand corner of your mat. Dissolve down to your elbows if you can. If not, stay with straight arms. Make sure here your knee doesn't pass your ankle. Yeah. Scoop your low belly. Nice. Maybe lower your back knee if that's better for you. Breathe deeply. Everyone is waiting for eternity, and the shaman says, how about tonight? What about tonight? What about now? Beautiful. Good. Walk yourself back towards your right foot. Now frame your right foot, but I want your right foot to come right to the center of your mat, directly to the center. Get out your ruler, directly to the center. And then let your right knee fall out to the right. Now, if your right foot is not right underneath your heart, move it right underneath your heart, meaning that you're going to do little push-ups now. Now let your heart fall down onto your foot. Little push-ups. And then back up. Mark, let that knee fall out a little bit more. There you go. That's it. Pull those toes back. Flex that foot. Why is she yelling at us? Good. Inhale, come on up. Swing that right leg back and up behind you. Down dog. Split. Bring your heel to your butt and open up. Open up. She's still yelling. Right knee forward for pigeon. What? How did that happen? Lay on your back, right ankle. Sit. If you cannot do pigeon with your belly facing the floor, turn onto your back here. Good. Walk forward. Bring your forehead to the mat. Witness yourself here. Feel this incredible gift of the body, the mind. This reality, right? This reality that gives us 7 days a week, 12 months a year, sun, rain, I mean, just what is your reality? And then realize it's just one form of reality. You can even feel your skin releasing. Your mind expanding beyond its form. Good. All right. Downward facing dog. Good. Come forward to plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up. Take about 9. 9 cobras. 9 is one of my favorite numbers. 3 and 9. But do it with awareness. Do it slow and mindful. Remember when I studied with Reverend Jagannath, go ahead and take it after your 9th Cobra, Bhujangasana, press back to Child's Pose. I studied with Reverend Jagannath. We were working with these different temples in the body. Right? It's as if, that the designer of this body, the maker of this body, placed different sacred spaces within this body. Not to say that the entire body isn't sacred, it is for sure. But certain little points that if you touch into them or tap into them, there's an enormous aha or a brilliant awakening. And that was the idea of moving through Cobra, is that there is these very powerful points along the spine that are deep awakening points. And when you go slow and mindfully open up and take time to observe and feel, you won't miss it. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, both hands inside. And let's see those little hip circles here. Beautiful. And then find that stillness as you walk your hands to the upper right-hand corner of the mat, lower down to your elbows, or stay with straight arms or use blocks. Still keep your sit bones pressing back, right? Have that awareness that I'm not just dropping my butt to the floor, but I'm lifting up. I like to think of this almost as a one-legged dog. The hips are just that high. Those sit bones are that wide. Belly is still lifted. Rib cage lifted. Enjoy your breath here. Make sure that knee is not passing that ankle. Beautiful. As you walk it back in, the left foot comes center of your mat, left knee falls out to the side. You do little push-ups where you're bowing to your own lotus feet. Bow to your lotus feet. Keep those toes pulled back so you're really protecting your knee. Shoulder blades squeeze onto your back. Don't let your head just hang. One more. And send your left leg back and up behind you, down dog split. Open up that hip. Gorgeous. Send the left knee forward. Who knows how to say pigeon pose in Sanskrit? She got the first word. Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. That's what I was going to say. Come forward onto your forehead when you're ready. Ekapada, one-legged. Raja, king of Kapo, pigeon, asana pose. I could make the whole damn thing up. You wouldn't know what I was saying. This pose is called the one heart forward on your foot pose. I'm going to do that. I'm going to start making up names. I think that's what they started to do at some point. I really do. It was like, you know, when I remember, I'm like a grandmother. I've been doing this since 1996, right? That's when I first did my first teacher training. So back then we didn't have certain poses that came about when people just started getting more creative, which is fun, right? We're trying to distract ourselves even more. No, we're opening up. It's good. It's good. Breath here. Lots of breath. Beautiful. Walking yourself up. I feel like I did something here that I'm not remembering. No, just downward facing dog. Okay, downward dog. Good, and then move through plank, lower down to your belly. 9 cobras. By the end of the class, you'll have 108. Be aware of how you're doing it. Don't go mindlessly. Beautiful, Allison. Yeah, fingertips are nice to the edge of your mat. Powerful legs, navel drawn in. Nice, Lorna. Beautiful, Robin. Yep, you got it, Jane. Gorgeous. Love your form, everybody. Looks beautiful, Anna. Good. Kim. Lisa, beautiful. At the end of that 9th, press back to child's pose. We have forgotten who we truly are because we become so connected with this body and this day and the family and blah, blah, blah. My son did Reiki on me the other day. First time, actually, kind of interesting. And one of the things that we talked about was reconnecting with my witchy sisters and brothers from other lifetimes that I'm definitely connected so deeply with the green witch medicine that I've been studying. And I said to him, yeah, from lifetimes ago. He goes, no. He goes, in this lifetime. He goes, it's not, it's different dimensions. Like, he speaks differently than anybody I've ever heard. I don't know where he came from. But the idea is that there's so much happening that is beyond the eye, that we can tap into it as we are through our meditation, through our breath, through our just sitting with nature, sitting with ourselves. Downward facing dog. Connecting to the many dimensions that are there for us. Stepping your right foot forward, please. Take your left arm to the sky. Oh, sorry, take your right arm to the sky. Sorry. And then bend that right elbow and lean back, lean back. Maybe you want that right knee to fall out, that's fine. Pull your belly away, pull it away. Good, now let your back foot fall onto your baby toe side of your foot. And then stretch that arm straight up to the sky, straight up. Good, release that right hand down, lift the back foot up and walk to your left until you come to the center of your mat. Turn, turn, turn. And deeply bow. Let your brain drop. Let your mind expand. Beyond this body, but this is the body. This is where we are. The shaman says, how about tonight? But know yourself as multidimensional. Walk your hands forward so it looks a little bit more like a wide-legged dog pose. Hips lift a lot. Ears in line with your arms. Nice, Jane. Nice, Tatiana. Now you might need to walk your hands in just a little. I'm sure you will have to, but just a little bit. Keeping your left hand where it is, reach your right hand to your left ankle. Right hand to left ankle. Right hand, left ankle.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good, now you gotta push your inner right thigh more to the right. Inner right hip more to the right. Inner outer right hip more to the right. Thank you. I'm staring at one butt, saying it. Good, try the other. Let's do it. There we go. Great. Now you got to take your inner left. Yes. Beautiful. I'm yelling. Super pretty, everybody. Walk yourself back up to the front of your mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Take it through your vinyasa. Don't forget your 9. We got to get to 108. Lauren, you're crazy. Nice, Sarah. Nice, Allison. Lorna, I love it. Move into it with such awareness. You want to hit that treasure chest that Reverend Jagannath talks about. Place in your spine that opens up new realities. You're like, I don't even know if I can handle this reality. Do I really want more realities? Yes. Find yourself when you're done in child's pose. See, taking those cobras like this, you don't have to go into a deep, deep cobra. I'm actually suggesting that the lower cobras you go into is where you open up these places that are magical. Nice asking. Nice with me alone. Yeah. Beautiful. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Taking your left arm up to the sky. Maybe letting that knee fall out a little bit. Bending that left elbow, pull back, draw back. And then fall onto that baby toe side of that back foot. Lift your hips like crazy and take that arm straight up to the sky, or over your ear is nice too. Yeah, gorgeous. Release the hand down and then walk and turn until you come to the right side of your mat. Turning, turning, turning. Parallel your feet and bow. Maybe the elbows reach the floor. I like that. Maybe your head on a block. Beautiful. Maybe your hands on blocks. Shamans, their skills come from stepping into infinity, but they must know the value of today, this moment. Because a lot of what the teachings in the beginning of yoga were that the idea was get out of this realm of human body. It's destructive. Quickly as they could, they wanted to transcend the body. And then came the teachings, but wait a minute, there's a purpose for this body, this human existence. Can you find infinity? Can you find that place that's beyond while you're in this body? Ooh. Walk your hands forward, take it more into that wide-legged dog. Like next time you have an argument with somebody, just say, you know what, we could put this on hold because we'll do it in another lifetime. So just chill out with that. Let's do it another lifetime. I'm just not in the mood to do it in this lifetime. See how that works. Good. This time, walk your hands back and clasp your hands behind your back. Just take a little shoulder stretch. Beautiful. Watch those knees falling in. Pull them out a little bit. And then release those hands down. Walk to the front of your mat. You guys know what I want you to do, right? Cobra 9 times. You are going to be so heart-centered today, not that you aren't already, but you are going to be like over the top heart-sensitive today. Somebody's going to be like, what happened to you? Oh, I think I did 108 cobras today. Kind of opened something I didn't expect. Has anybody been counting? Did we get to 108 yet?
Yes.
Next time you come up into Cobra, lift your hands for a moment and breathe. And then finish the 9, whatever number you're on. Nice.
We're at 45.
That would be hysterical if you actually were counting. You really?
We're doing our 5th night. So 5
Ooh.
times.
You are hysterical. Back to Cobra. I'm back to child's pose when you're done. So you think we have 45? That's it?
Why do
Wow.
we have 5 more? 5 sets.
Oh, 5 more sets.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I love your way of thinking, Dana. Keep your rib cage drawn in here, please. Downward facing dog when you're ready. Allison, if you're not done yet, keep going and you'll just meet us. Good. Walk or jump to the front of your mat. Maybe a squat would feel really good at this moment. Yes, it would. Nice, Sue. Susan and Sue. Good. Standing forward, Ben, please. Hands on your hips, push down through your legs, roll up to stand. Close your eyes, release yourself for just a moment into this moment, this breath, this standing, this ground, this air, the sky. Good. From here, draw your left knee into your chest. Place your left ankle on top of your right knee and sit back toward chair. Flex that left foot a lot. And then clasp your hands behind your back and lean forward any amount, keeping the shoulders deeply back. Inhale, come on up. And release. Nice, Crystal. Beautiful. All right, second side, pretty please. Ankle to knee, flexing the foot. Sit back. Nice, Nancy. Nice, Larry. Clasp your hands behind your back. Lean forward. Great, Lisa. Inhale, come on up. And release down. Okay, reaching for your right ankle, Natarajasana, right hand, right ankle. Bring your heel to the butt. Reach your left arm to the sky. Spread your toes. Make sure the knee is pointing toward the floor. And start to lean forward. Keep the lift up though. So you're lifting up as you're leaning forward. Lift up as you're leaning forward. And then let that left hand come all the way down to the floor and open up into Ardha Chandrasana Chakasana. Open up. And release down, standing forward, bend. Open and close your mouth. Ah. Hands on your hips, push down through your legs, rise up. Second side when you're ready. Reaching back for your left ankle, right arm to the sky. Spread your toes. Nice. Go slow. Go slow. The floor will wait for you. Go slow. That's it, Jane. Yep. Nice, Nancy. Open up. Open up. Beautiful. Both feet down to the floor. Step or jump back, chaturanga or low push-up. 9 cobras. 9 cobras. It's interesting, right? When we start doing Cobra, sometimes it's just how high can we get? And then after your 60th Cobra, you're kind of like, let me check out the lower ones. Let me see how they serve me. When you're complete there, downward facing dog. Nice, Kim. Great, Larry. In downward dog, those of you that are there, bend your knees deeply and do a little cat-cow here with your knees bent. And then press your legs back to straight. Step your right foot forward. Bring your left foot in so both legs are, back foot in just a little bit so both legs go straight. Parsvottanasana. Deep bow over that right leg. Let yourself feel vibration moving through your body. Tack that right hip crease back. Lift that right low belly a lot. But then go into feeling. You want to feel. And change legs, please. Long, deep nose breathing. Beautiful. We're going to step back to plank. I'm going to give you an option because I go ahead and lower down to your belly. Pause for a moment here. So I really didn't plan. I don't ever plan what I'm going to teach. I didn't really plan doing 108 of these, but we're in it. So we're going to go for it. But if you're cooked, right here, turn your cheek to the side and just take in all the beauty of that. If you're in it for 108, go ahead and lift up into your Cobra 9 times here. Power of your legs. Power of your heart. Then once you've finished your 9, if you're going for, turn your cheek to the side for a moment. So speaking of different dimensions or plant world, which you know I speak a lot about, I told this story and it was actually, I never know who it's going to help. So a couple people came back and spoke to me about it, so I'm glad to say it again. But I had been with my teacher, Robin, working in her garden, and I guess I got a splinter. I didn't guess I got one, I got one. And so I was showing it to my husband, Neil, and he's like, oh, I don't see anything, nothing's sticking out. And I know this is something weird and probably too much information about me, but I like helping get splinters out of people's bodies. Is that weird? I just like, no? Oh, thank you. That's why you're my friends. Well, Neil doesn't. That's not his favorite thing to do. So he's like, I don't see anything. Turn your cheek to the other side. But I knew something was off. And so I went out and got some plantain from the yard. And either you have to chew it up or you have to squeeze it a lot so that it gets its oils. And then I put it on place where I saw the splinter with a Band-Aid over it for about an hour. And then I took the Band-Aid off and the little splinter was sticking out so that I could pull it out. And that is plantain's magic, is that it helps to pull out toxins, pull out what's in the body that shouldn't be there. It's part of the magic of plantain. So something that someone else may mow over, pull out, call a weed is actually extremely medicinal and supportive. Many dimensions to this world. Many parts of this world we don't even know. Good, I need you to come back and do 9 more and then press back to child. What are we on, Dana?
This will be the 8th
So-
night.
So
So we're at, what's 9 times?
81. Oh, 72? Did I just add 72? Okay. We're at 72, everybody.
Almost there.
We're almost there. And as you're moving up the spine, stop, go slow, breathe into these worlds of magic that live within our spinal column. The opening doors, the palace doors. I don't remember the name in Chinese medicine of this place along the upper spine that opens up into magical places, but I think it was some kind of a palace. Gorgeous, everyone. And when you feel ready, downward dog. Right foot steps forward, Anjaneyasana. Blanket underneath your back knee if you'd like. Nice, Susan. Maybe bend your elbows. Maybe place your hands behind your head. And, all these back bends that you've done today, don't push your ribs out here. Keep that sense of protection. Nice. Beautiful, Lorna. Tatiana, beautiful, Sarah. Hands down to the floor, straighten that front leg, any amount, Ardha Hanumanasana. Good, pull your heart through here. Pull forward, push your sit bones back and wide, pull forward. Good. Release, downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank, lower down, either rest on your belly or take your 9. Use your breath to move you. Pull your rib cage in, pull your navel in. See the blood moving through the chambers of your heart. Remember the time that you laughed so hard. Remember the time you loved so deeply. And the time that you were eternally grateful. Once you're done, child's pose. Have we forgotten who we are or who we were? Downward dog. Left foot steps forward, Anjaneyasana. Remind your ribs not to pop forward. Nice, Nancy. Soften your face, soften your jaw. Beautiful. And straighten the front leg. Ardha Hanumanasana. Beautiful. Step back, plank pose, lower down, either rest. You have 2 more sets, right?
We're, after this one, we'll be at 90. So yeah, there's 3 more.
Okay, here we go. Take this. Either 9, go slow. And again, this is a lot of Cobra, so be super mindful. Once you finish the 9, turn your cheek to the side if you're taking them. What did you say? We have 2 more sets? Okay. I think she keeps adding on another set. Does that, I think that's what's happening. We're here until 1 o'clock. She said 1 more set. That's it. Just 1 more. Good. Once you've finished, I know I told you to turn your cheek to the side, but roll over onto your back for a minute. Hug your knees into your chest. Take happy baby pose. Place your right ankle on top of your left knee. Pull your left knee in towards your chest, flexing both feet. We are all the wisdom keepers, for past, present, and future. Good. Squeeze that right knee on top of that left knee. Squeeze right knee on top of left knee. Squeeze shins together. And then pull shins apart. Keep the navel drawn in and then change ankle to knee, other side. Left ankle, right knee, flexing your feet. And throw your left knee on top of your right. Squeeze your shins toward each other. And pull them apart. So here is your choice. You can unwind your legs and put a block underneath your sacrum into a restorative bridge, or you can flip back over onto your belly and finish the 108, which means 2 sets of 9 or 18. So if you want to finish taking it to the end, taking your 108 cobras today, go for it. And again, super mindful, super aware, not just pushing to get to the finish line, right? Navel in, rib cage in, shoulder blades on your back, breath deep, heart forward, love forward, gratitude forward. You can do 9, turn your cheek to the side and rest, and then do 9 more. What will it look like when you've finished? I think complete liberation. Ecstasy. Now, once that you have finished your 2 sets of 9, or you're on your back with your, if you have a block, wait till I give you the cue to come back up. But when you do finish your cobras, you'll press back to child's pose and then meet me in a seated cross-legged position. If you've come to that seated cross-legged position, just close your eyes. If you have a block underneath your sacrum, return back up to sitting. The dreamer is the person of power. Dream many dimensions of who you are, not just this. So for just a moment, seated, just witness, just watch the layers of who you are, the layers of the sun and the moon and the stars. We are but one planet, many dimensions. You may stay here, rely on your back for Shavasana. If you come onto your back, you may like the idea of hugging your knees into your chest and taking a spinal twist. And if you're staying seated to meditate, maybe just twist right and left. And then allow yourself to just melt back into that place of stillness. Ever so gently begin to deepen your breath. Allow your body to stretch and yawn wherever you are. If you're on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Roll to the right side, come on up to sit. Bring your hands to your heart center, close your eyes. If at some point tomorrow, the next day, you're like, why do my shoulders and remember you did a beautiful ritual 108. As always, I'm so grateful for your enthusiasm, your love, and your light. Inhale for the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Sliding your hands to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have an amazing day. Make it great. You couldn't help but make it great. Enjoy.